Hello and welcome back to Pedagogical Horizons by Editen India. I'm your host, Geeta Gujral. Today, we are reflecting on UNESCO's perspective on upcycling, a practice that goes beyond reuse to inspire creativity and nurture care for the planet. According to UNESCO, education for sustainable development is all about helping us make mindful, sustainable choices that don't just impact today, but help build a better future for everyone. These conversations often start quietly but create ripples that reach far beyond. Some of us are already committed to this journey, others are just beginning. Yet, every small step makes a difference. As educators, we have the vital role of guiding young minds to appreciate and protect the world around them. This episode today sparks the conversation that leads to a better tomorrow. It all begins here with voices that care and actions that truly matter. In this episode, Fashion Forward, where creativity meets sustainability, we spotlight the student led fashion club at Delhi Public School, Jamnagar, Gujarat, a vibrant space where innovation blends with meaningful purpose. This inspiring project responds to UNESCO's call to empower youth to make mindful, sustainable choices that take charge of the future they are shaping. Our very special guest today is Ms. Ruma Mazumdar. She is the principal of Delhi Public School, Jamnagar, Gujarat. She also serves as a Goodwill Ambassador. With 28 years of experience in education, she is known for blending discipline with compassion and tradition with modern thinking. She has shaped generations with a focus on academics, character, and global awareness. Under her leadership, Delhi Public School Jamnagar has grown into a hub of innovation and holistic growth. In this episode, we'll discover how Fashion Club is more than an extracurricular activity. It is a movement inviting learners to rethink waste, redesign with purpose, and show that sustainability starts right in the classrooms. Welcome, Ruma ma'am. It's
Thank you
wonderful
so
to
much,
have
ma'am.
Really, it's wonderful to have you on the show. I mean, nostalgic meeting you once again.
Sure. And it is like a pleasure. And I'm equally excited to see you after a long time.
Yes, really. So, Miss Ruma, we can just start the podcast now because we are really excited to know what's happening in your school. When I got to know about this unique fashion club at your school, I was really fascinated. I want you to please share with our viewers the vision and mission behind this unique fashion club that you have in your school.
Sure. It all started, from the way we see the fashion trend changing very frequently, and it the fashion dominates the environmental impact of clothing production, which is increasingly alarming. So, and textile waste in fashion, industry
Right.
is a major contributor to the environmental degradation. So this is, I think, one topic we felt because nowadays this young generation is also very fashion, go with fashion trends. So,
Yes.
explaining children and taking children, I think, goes a long way. So we thought
Yes.
of introducing this club, and how we could help children understand that this is something which is going to be very difficult in the coming days. The kind of waste is generated every
Yes.
year because of changing of trends, and everybody wants to be in trend. So the
Yeah.
kind of wastage that we accumulate for the environment is something which needs to be addressed. So
Right.
that is how we thought that we believe that it's time to shift from narratives, and upcycling is our way forward.
Yes.
So
So can I ask you
we
also something? What led to upcycling? How did it become the core focus of the club, with textiles and anything else? You could have done something else also. How come you thought of upcycling?
Upcycling is because I don't know, somewhere deep down, I always had this, changing things, utilizing the old things to decorate and stuff
Hmm.
like that, with borders, with the used cloth, we put the borders and we make the, table runners and stuff like this.
Ah.
Also, one of our teacher, who is a science teacher, is also a fashion designer.
Okay.
So when we all came together to sit and to discuss that what we can do, which adds on values,
Hmm.
sustainability also, and
Yes.
target the children, because once the children are oriented, a
Hmm.
family also gets in,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
Jamnagar is quite a fashion hub, you can say. So, from mothers to grandmothers to
Yes.
grandchildren, all are into fashion. So we thought this is one thing that we could do. And, we
Ye-
have a lot of old stuff. I have a lot of old saris, which I do not wear now. So, why
Ah.
not cycle and give them a kind of new look,
Hmm.
without, wasting it. And then, they can, just donate it to people, or
Right.
uh, children themselves can take it and gift it to their parents or
Yes.
sisters, others. Yeah.
Yes. I still remember, many years back also, we that time this upcycling term had not come up, but we would see parents doing it with their children during Diwali time, gifting stuff, best out of waste, we would call it, or
Yes.
something like that. So now this
Yes.
upcycle, no, now there is a difference between recycling, upcycling. All this has come in now because it's very important for our children. Uh, to
Yes.
understand where this waste is going, where it is being
Correct.
dumped. It's not some other place, it's the planet which is being harmed. So I
Yes.
was really fascinated when I got to know about your fashion club. So how do you think the members, now the students are the members of your club, right? So
Yes.
how do they benefit being part of this club, and at what time of the school do you really do it? Is it after school or during school hours you have some slot, because some of the schools do that also?
Yes, we have clubs every week. We have two block periods
Mm-hmm.
given to clubs, and there are different clubs. But fashion club has got the most number. We have 60 students, and they are
Wow.
all wanting, and they are all, nobody is actually. What usually happens is teachers are motivating, come on, come to this club,
Huh.
and we'll do a lot of
Hmm.
things. But here the teachers never had to do anything. They were so fascinated that they had
Fashion,
automatic,
fashion.
yes, fashion, yes. And this I think this platform will also help students to explore fashion as in
Hmm.
art, as in a career, if they want to pursue in coming days. Also, it
Hmm.
develops the creative thinking skills, design
Hmm.
thinking skills,
Yes.
and of course the presentation at the end, that gives a lot of satisfaction, right?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
connecting fashion to real world issues like sustainability, ethical
Hmm.
production, cultural
Yeah.
diversity, it can all connect
Yes.
to it. We thought that
Yes.
it's going to benefit our kids in the coming,
Yes.
also
Y-
problem solving, because if they have n number, we have a lot of clothes coming in, and then
Yeah.
how to do it, and they prototype it. First they
Ah.
make, we also help in empowering women. Like there are many female here in our school also. There are a lot of
Okay.
they were working in our school, but
Hmm.
otherwise they have their own small unit at home, where they are
Really?
doing this, and yeah,
That's
tailoring quite
good.
well.
Wow.
Yes. So what we have done is, we make the children make a prototype with small, on a piece of paper. They design whatever product they want,
Uh-huh.
and then they cut the pieces and they paste it, right? And then
Wow.
that type goes to these ladies, and they actually stitch it, because they have a sewing machine at home, and they, so this helps them also.
That's great. Actually, that's
Yes.
great.
Yes.
We're talking about children at the moment, like you just said, we're talking about the self-expression happening, leading to creativity, problem solving, critical thinking. These are the skills for the students we are talking about. Now, when you're talking, I can see the vocational training happening for the women also, empowering them, which
Yes.
is very, very important in our country.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your goals are fantastic. And I'm sure it's really helping them. If they have some tailoring unit at home or a sewing machine at home, I'm sure this
Yes.
is going to help a lot, because a lot of brains come together to do something here, and you're just passing on to them. And that will be empowerment. I mean, a great thing to happen. I mean, well
Yes.
thought
And
out.
also, yes, and also some mothers are so overexcited. They also have sewing machines, some of them, and they have
Okay.
approached that we will also help and support wherever possible. So I mean, it's something really, unique. And I would thank the teachers, the team, of course. Once we talk about something, then we all come together. And
Yes.
DPS Jamnagar has always been very progressive in its thoughts.
I know
You've
that.
been
I
connected
visited
to a
your
school.
school. I mean, I
Yes,
know
yes,
the way you get, one topic, you all come together, and I know I've been part of it.
yes.
It's fantastic to work with your team. It's fantastic to work with your team. I still cherish those memories, really. So, I mean,
And it
I
is still
know
the same. You come
it's still
down
the
again,
same.
sometimes it's still the same.
Sure,
It's
sure.
still the same.
You just drop an idea, like you're just talking about this fashion club. I'm sure you dropped an idea, and teachers came up with it, and see
Yes.
how it's rippled and it's reached the children, from the children to the women empowerment. Imagine, I mean, what more can a school do? I mean, UNESCO talks about it, and you're really doing it at the ground level. It's not easy. I know that. Lot of planning needs to go in this. And we're talking about vocational training for NEP 2020. Yes, we talk about vocational training for the children also. So how do you think this is also helping the students in your DPS Jamnagar uh, for the careers? A career path, I would say. I wouldn't use the term job. It's a career path, maybe in fashion, in designing, or any other. How does
Yes.
it
I
help?
mean, see, it helps because it develops creativity and design skills in students right from the very beginning. Entrepreneurship skills, because
Yes.
they think of having their own boutique someday, or
Great.
some unit where they can, explore more. And fashion industry, I think, also needs to think in this way, because
Yes.
nowadays it's like fashion changing day after day. We have a, I don't want to name the, it's, but then we see very clothes which are not very expensive, and then it keeps
Ah,
changing and all. Whenever
yes.
I go to that unit, I see all young crowd hanging out there, buying stuff, and maybe for few days they wear, and they just discard.
Yeah.
So it's something that need to be done about. So we thought that
Yes.
sustainability, and we talk about sustainability, how to
Hmm.
incorporate in our curriculum and actually make the children feel. Because when we empower, or when we teach this generation, it goes beyond. Then
Yes.
once a thought goes in, then
Hmm.
there is a change, because change in
Hmm.
thought is more important.
Yes. Yes. The
Everything, actions align to it.
yes. Yes, yes. It's not only in words, it's translating into actions. And once they
Correct.
understand and they're involved in it, like you talked about entrepreneurship, you talked about women empowerment. I think they're not just words at DPS Jamnagar, it's actually happening there. The moment I got to know about this fashion club, I said, no, I have to also understand how you're doing it, and which grade children are generally involved in this club. Which grade
This is
children?
actually grade 6 to 8. We do it for clubs,
Oh,
and this fashion
great,
club is introduced for 6 to 8 for
great.
this year. Yeah.
Yes. So they're sort of doing internship in house, is it?
Yes, yes, yes. And we also, plan to bring in people. There are certain boutiques here and fashion designers here. We plan to also have little workshop with them. If we can take these kids to visit their boutique and their, work
Hmm.
area where they work, how they
Right.
work, and
Right.
interact with them. So I think this is going to give them a good leverage if they want to
Yes.
pursue higher.
Yeah. So also I want to ask you, I mean, how about doing some exhibition? Are you planning to do some exhibition in school or outside school? Because normally when something like this happens at a large scale or even on a small scale, I think we should present it. And I'm sure, ma'am, you're already into it, because
Yes,
your
yes.
planning is perfect. I know.
We have it in the month of November. We have an annual exhibition. This time we thought of not doing annual day, like, having all those things. We thought of having an annual exhibition, and our
Uh,
theme is sustainability.
okay.
Everything that we do is going to only reflect sustainability, and
Yes.
we plan to exhibit their product, these kids' product there,
Mm-hmm.
whatever they do, and maybe we can keep it open to even sell it to the parents, our community only, not beyond.
Yes. Yes.
For now, for this year, and
Yes.
we'll see how it goes beyond. But
Actually, you can
right
do
now,
that.
we're planning to do that.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
and
the
then maybe we
upcycling.
can donate. Because then the
Yeah.
money coming in can be given to people who really
Hmm.
need the support. Like.
So goodwill ambassador talking about it. I can see that.
Yes.
So I think we're just coming to the end of the podcast. I don't want you to go away though, but we have to actually also wind up. So as we wrap up, how do you see the role of schools in inspiring students to conserve Earth's resources and embrace sustainability? Not in words, but actually doing it. Do you see it happening? Do you have a message for them how they should go about it? There's something very simple that you're doing, but see how it's turned up. So
Yeah,
how do you
actually,
see this?
we did not know that children would be so excited, because when we were planning before the academic year started, we had not rolled out to the kids yet, and we
Yes.
were wondering if we will get people, kids motivated for
Ah.
this. Uh, to my surprise, we even have boys in our group, so it's not only a
Yeah.
girls. Yeah, so
Yeah.
even they are,
So
some
no
of the
gender
boys are also
bias.
interested.
Ruma
Yes,
ma'am, no
yes.
gender bias.
Yeah.
you
No,
know,
we
you
want, because there are so many career options which is now not
ah,
stipulated to any particular gender. But then,
yes.
because it was a fashion club, we were wondering if the kids would, the boys would
Ah,
be
the
interested. But they
apprehension
are.
is always, yeah, apprehension is
Yeah,
always
they
there.
are,
I'll tell
and
you
they are
something.
doing great. They are
Yes.
doing great. They
Can I
have
just,
better ideas, I think.
yeah, I want to add something here before you answer my last question. I want to add something here. We're talking about fashion designing, we are talking about careers related to that. But I'm also thinking of something somebody would maybe take up this challenge of climate change that's happening, and you don't know how their entrepreneurship skills may just take them forward there. So
Right.
moving from here, it can just go up because the children think, and once they're exposed, I mean, there is no stopping to their thought process. They may just take up some kind of career which may be very different, which does not exist right now, because what they will take up will happen some years down the line. And what you're
Right.
instilling in them is you're just sowing seeds. So, which is
Right.
wonderful. So, I mean,
Right.
how about schools otherwise? I mean, let's come back to that. I know I just got
I
so
would just
excited
add
talking
one
to
thing
you.
here. I will just add one thing here is that, I've been seeing children right from, small kids to up to 12, when I interact with them. I
Mhm.
think we just have to, the new learning is just give them the platform.
Yes.
The teachers will not have to actually sit and explain, and all. Just give them a platform, give them a question, give
Yes.
them a problem, and I
Yes.
think they do better
Yes, they
without
do.
anything. Yeah.
See,
So
because then
anything,
it's
really
yeah.
talking about it, and we are with the curriculum and everything, wherever possible, we are trying to put in, and see that how children can plan accordingly, give them a free hand.
Yes, so
Yeah.
that they can blossom. They can
Yes.
blossom. So I think that's very,
Yes.
very important. Rather than teacher feeding them, just give the
Yes.
platform, let them grow. It's like that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So your
Yes.
message for the schools related
School
to yeah.
sustainability. I feel schools are very essential in promoting sustainability, is by raising awareness about environmental
Yes.
issues wherever possible in the curriculum. We try to do that.
Hmm.
Setting example like recycling, upcycling, green
Hmm.
practices wherever
Yes.
possible, whatever
Yes.
possible, right? Even our school, we have this water, recycling of water, whatever
Mm-hmm.
water comes in, how do we put it to the gardens and all, whatever little possibilities are there, we always do that.
And every
Second is
step matters.
involving students. Yes,
Hmm.
involving students in projects that promote conservation and eco action. Very
Mm.
important. We feel that,
Yes.
we try
Yes.
to get that. Encouraging values of responsibility and care for the
Mm.
planet. I think if we do not take these points into consideration while building our curriculum or the activities, it is then very difficult, because until and unless because certain things cannot be taught. I believe
Yes.
that we cannot teach a lot of things like empathy, values. We cannot teach. They
They
will
can
have to
be caught.
experience.
Caught. They have
Yes,
to be caught,
caught,
not taught.
caught. Correct. And we have to just give them that kind of, throw them
Yes.
those kind of questions or the problems, and see
Yeah.
how they, find
Respond.
solution.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
Right. So
And
any.
connecting
Yeah.
learning to real world, real
Mm.
world environmental challenges and finding solution. Very important.
Yes.
We
Yes.
try to
Yes.
give certain things that, this is the thing. What do we do? So
Mm.
they really come up with good ideas. Children, we in our earlier years, I mean, maybe last year only we had done this. We had actually taken them for a rally to
Mm-hmm.
understand, just go about explain the people,
Mm.
the citizen here, that
Mm.
how we need to practice at home, like, even smallest of the small thing, waste
Yes.
management. Many
Yes.
of when we the local places where we see, they don't understand. They throw, the
Mm.
wet waste also in plastic bags, and
Mm.
the animals are,
Mm.
they do not understand, and they start,
Yes.
eating
Yes.
that. So which is
Yes.
very
Yes.
hazardous for them.
Yeah, and
So,
also, yeah, right. It's like a campaign
simple
to
things
sensitize
we
people.
do that.
Campaign to
Yes,
sensitize
that's it.
people. This is very good because you're
That
reaching
is
out
what
to
we
people.
did, last year we
Yes,
did, and we do it every year. Just
very good.
explain them waste management. How do you segregate waste at home? And
Hmm.
many of the students are practicing this. Many of the families have turned, many of the parents, when they come and say, "Ma'am, अभी तो ये बिल्कुल सब्जी का छिलका फेंकने नहीं देता है बच्चा." वो कहता है, "नहीं मम्मी, इसमें रखो और फिर बाद में गाय को दो." Like, so we're doing that, so that
I,
we help.
so actually, Ruma ma'am, this reminds me of some ad campaign that was started many years back, and now it's become a habit for all of us to do the seat belts. So they would always target children, saying that, okay, you tell your parents to do the seat belt because it's safe for the family, safe for the parents. And see, what
Right,
you're doing is something similar unknowingly, because if the children
right.
are um, sensitized, they will sensitize the family and people
Correct.
around them. And the campaigns that you're talking about, the rallies that you're talking about, they are
Yes.
essential. For
Right.
pollution, we have been doing this, and now you're doing
Right.
for sustainability. UNESCO talks big, but this is how we can actually narrow it down and bring it to the schools so that
Right.
it actually translates into action. Really
Correct.
appreciate this. Really appreciate
Thank
this.
you so much. Thank you
A
so
big,
much.
a big thank you to you, Miss Roma, for showing us how the right blend of creativity, compassion, and commitment can turn classrooms into change-making spaces. And DPS Jamnagar is really doing that. Thank you for your time. Thank you. A pleasure
Thank you
having
so
you on
much.
the
Thank
show.
you.
Thank
Same
you.
here. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Remember, sustainability starts with small actions and big ideas. UNESCO encourages schools to take up activities like upcycling because it gives learners a real hands on way to understand what sustainability looks like in everyday life. And that's exactly what the Fashion Club at Delhi Public School Jamnagar is doing, turning ideas into action. It's all about transformation. Schools across the globe are beginning to embrace recycling and upcycling. Let's keep encouraging young minds to think bigger, act greener, and grow into responsible global citizens. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There are more meaningful stories coming your way where purpose meets passion. Appreciate you tuning in.